Hello folks, welcome to Vintage Video's third What's New video. I know it's been more than 2 weeks, but it's the summertime and the Blue Jays were on a winning streak. What can I say? Anyway, let's start off with Chet Baker, Let's Get Lost. For anybody who's into trumpet players and jazz, I need not say anything more. Let's Get Lost, the Chet Baker story. Next we have Hell's Highways. This is a box set of all of the documentaries that were done in the 50s to promote road safety, and all of these films were shown in the high schools. Now, in the 50s, they didn't have any real censorship, so what you're seeing on these documentaries are real car accidents, real victims. They're trying to drive home the terrible carnage that was happening with the teenagers on the roads. Hell's Highways. It's a box set. Next we have The Whistler. For anybody who listens to old radio shows, you know The Whistler. I walk by night and I know the strange things. They did 8 feature films. These are all of them, plus 517 radio broadcasts. The 8 Whistler films, 517 radio broadcasts. What can I say? This may be the rarest product we have in the store now. I only have it because I bought a collection. The Rodney Dangerfield stand-up comedy routine box set called The Ultimate Rodney Dangerfield. If you're not interested in this, you get no respect. We also acquired the entire run of Last of the Summer Wine. For anybody who's into British comedy, you know Last of the Summer Wine. 4 old guys trying to make sense of life and the world. Get a load of this, folks. The complete James Bond collection, which has now been discontinued, on Blu-ray, including Skyfall, which includes every single James Bond movie, every single one, plus 120 hours of extras. 120 hours of extras. Now, if that's not good enough, how about 100 of the world's cheesiest movies? The cheesiest movies ever filmed. 100 of them in one box set, 144 hours, I was going to say of entertainment, but that could be in question. If I were to mention that I had a Perry Mason set, I bet you'd think, oh, I had the Raymond Burr television series available. No, wrong. Before the TV series, there were 6 Perry Mason feature films that were shown on the big screen in the 40s. And here it is, the Perry Mason collection, pre-Raymond Burr television. In the 70s, England did a fabulous series called Dick Turpin, the story of the infamous, or should I say perhaps famous, highwayman that didn't particularly rob from the rich to give to the poor. He robbed from the rich and he kept it for himself. This is a fabulous series, 2 seasons of it starring Richard O'Sullivan. Nazi Mega Weapons. This series has just been shown on PBS and I think the History Station. This is the complete series. Nazi Mega Weapons. Probably the definitive box set and documentary on World War I, narrated by Robert Ryan. We have an entire World War I section, but this is without doubt the best documentary series box set that's ever been done. Sherlock Holmes, or as my Labrador would say, Sherlock Bones. The 14 Basil Rathbone, Nigel Bruce, complete series, the 2 from Fox, The Hound and the Adventures, plus the 12 from Universal, all in one box set. A lot of people feel that perhaps Jeremy Brett is the definitive Sherlock Holmes, that his portrayal has the most psychological nuances, idiosyncrasies, everything. They did 30 one-hour stories and 5 two-hour ones, including The Hound of the Baskervilles, the Master Blackmailer, which is Charles Augustus Milverton. And what makes this set so special is that they are all true to the Arthur Conan Doyle stories. They didn't really change much. They had to leave a few things out, but this is the closest thing to the Arthur Conan Doyle canon. Old Sir Arthur would be very, very proud if he could see what Granada did with Sherlock Holmes starring Jeremy Brett. I would like to introduce you to my son. No, I'm just joking. We have acquired the absolutely impossible to find 3-foot Marvin the Martian bobblehead. I have one in my own collection, and it probably is the most wanted to be purchased by customers. It's not for sale item that we have in the store. We do now have Marvin the Martian 3-foot bobblehead. And speaking of bobbleheads, from the same source, we just acquired the very hard to find Star Trek talking bobbleheads of Kirk and Scotty, William Shatner and Scotty. These bobbleheads talk. Now, when I was doing what's new in the DVDs, I forgot to mention that we have now acquired the complete Carry-On collection, which includes this box set of 16 films plus a documentary and an additional 20, 23, 24 titles on their own. The complete Carry-On. So when you see those t-shirts, keep calm and carry on. This is where it came from. And finally, I would like to share with you some sad news, which have certainly affected Vintage Video, and that was the sudden passing of our very good friend Bob Johnson on May the 12th. Bob not only was a good customer, but he and his wife Debbie were just the best of friends. They were generous. They needed a helping hand if there was anything. Bob and his wife Debbie were always there. I know that I can speak for all of my staff and certainly a lot of the customers who came to know Bob that he will be very, very sorely missed. Bob Johnson. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.